So while we're waiting for the word, your name, please.
Brenda Jacob.
And what organization are you with?
Rhode Island Revolver and Rifle Association.
Thank you. And I wasn't aware that you were on the guest list here today.
I wasn't. I walked in.
Okay, so Governor said before 3. Right now, there appears to be a little confusion whether it's going to be outside, inside. It's been said that you folks have taken to the airwaves and expressed some frustration about the nature of today's event. Maybe you could tell us a little bit more about that.
Sure. Okay, so we feel that this year has been very difficult as far as getting our voice heard from the Second Amendment community. And then we find out through, by accident about this press conference today, which isn't listed on any of the state websites, that this press conference was happening today. And we have been trying to organize a rally, and we have not been allowed access to the building for our rally because they said that the building was going to be closed. And right now we're even having a difficult time trying to get a power cord in order to run our PA system on Thursday.
So literally and figuratively, you feel like you're being closed down?
Yes.
Your state house?
Yes.
Whose house does this belong to?
The people.
All right. Some people support guns, some people don't support the Second Amendment.
Right, and no matter where you stand on this issue, this is not fair treatment for law-abiding citizens.
Well, listen, thanks for joining us. Again, your name and
Brenda Jacob, Rhode Island Revolver and Rifle Association.
Where can folks find you on the internet?
They can find me on Facebook. They can find me on our website, RhodeIslandRevolver.org. They can find me just about anywhere in the gun community.
All right. So, last question. You have an event coming up.
Yep, Thursday. We have a rally here on Thursday. Ours is outside in the front from 3 to 7, and speakers will be starting around 4 o'clock.
And is that one where those people wear all those gold shirts?
Yep, the yellow shirts.
All right. I've heard about that.
Yes, yes. And we're ready.
All right. Listen, we'll see you outside.
Thank you.
Question. A number of folks today took umbrage at the fact that one side of an argument would present itself with the imprimatur of the government of the state of Rhode Island. In a sense, this is almost like a government meeting, except without the notice or any opposing viewpoint. Has government already decided this without giving the opportunity for the opposition to be heard in this sort of open environment?
Yeah, I'm not, frankly, I don't understand the argument. The bottom line is that in a representative democracy, people contact their representatives and senators, they make their voices heard, and then they vote. And if they vote and they pass a bill, and it goes to the governor, and he signs it or he doesn't. So, these are bills that we have all put our support behind, like any other citizen. The fact that I'm a constitutional officer may make my position more or less persuasive. That's up to the legislature to figure out, and ultimately the voters.
Next question: the legislators passed generations, if you will, of gun control bills. What happens when criminals continue to ignore these bills? Can we see what the next lineup is, and what's the next step?
Yeah, look, I think it's a false narrative to say that why not just enforce the laws we have? We need to enforce the laws that we have. Every single case that I cited, and I could have cited a lot more, is being prosecuted by my office. That guy who put 22 rounds through the back window of a vehicle with 2 people right in front of him, rounds that are so powerful they went through the back windshield and out the front windshield. Handgun wouldn't do that. Regular round wouldn't do that. That person was prosecuted and serving 10 years. So we're enforcing the laws that we have. These are laws that will improve the situation. Look, if it's not illegal to put 89 guns in the hands of somebody who shouldn't have them, it's going to take an awful lot to convince me why the law shouldn't change.
What percentage of cases are plea bargain in terms of gun laws in the Attorney General's office?
I don't know. The vast majority of cases are disposed of by plea. That's true here, in the federal system, and everywhere across the country. Does anyone else have a question, or can we just talk offline?
Hey.
So, we spoke with you briefly before.
Yeah.
What's your takeaway from this afternoon's activities?
I still feel like there's a lot of misinformation, a lot of twisted data, all to press an agenda that is not going to, at the end of the day, help solve any of these crime problems.
Right. It's funny. The media asks questions all the time, and so I'm not looking for affirmation. If you thought they were better questions to be asked or whatever, just tell me. I asked the Attorney General a handful of questions.
one of which was his plea bargaining rate.
Right.
Do you think that's appropriate and important information to the public?
I
to
do,
know?
and that's why we've been pressing him to give us a usable report so that we know how these cases are being handled. We know who's getting plea bargained out. We know who's getting released back into the streets. We have a lot of this data only because we have been forced to do public records requests
Right.
for these documents. So we've had to do that to the state police to get the firearm data. We've had to do it for case data. Wouldn't it be better and wouldn't it make more sense if the legislature could actually have concrete information that came
Right.
from our Attorney General? And that's why I cannot understand for the life of me why people do not want this data to be out there.
Do you think criminals will all of a sudden wake up at the passage of this legislation and not engage in the activities that they have for, a generation here in Rhode Island?
No, I'm actually more afraid that it's going to make law-abiding citizens more susceptible to crime. Because if only the criminals are getting away with this, then I feel like it's actually going to make Rhode Island less safe.
Okay. Well, I think you and I, we've spoken in the past. We'll have an opportunity to speak again this weekend. And of course, the coalition will be covering the rally on
Yep.
Thursday.
We welcome you guys.
And we'd love to have folks just feel like I think we're just going to try and keep an open mic.
Yep.
So if folks want to stop up, and I've always seen that your organization has been very mature, responsible, and respectable, despite, if you will. That's my stuff. I think I have to sign off right now.
Okay.
But we'll see you. We'll talk.
Thursday.
Let's talk.
Okay.
Let's establish a line of communication.
All right.